Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is the place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end, it's just the beginning. Good morning and welcome to Indie Author Roadmap, episode 65. I am the reluctant writer, Rob Radcliffe, and we have with us...
The amazing, fantastic, awesome, brilliant Rachel.
Okay, fantastic. How's your week been?
It's been all right, actually. It's been busy. It's been chaotic week, really, but it's been okay.
What have you been doing? Tell us the chaos. Talk us through it.
The chaos is kids. I've had one child sat on the sofa because he's not been well, and then the littlest one, one of the little ones got taken into hospital on Friday.
Is that little ones as in grandkids?
Yeah. So yeah, it's just been busy. So she's still in hospital. She's got some virus and she can't breathe. So she couldn't breathe. She got taken in by ambulance on Friday evening.
Fucking hell.
And yeah, she's still there. Hopefully she'll come out today, but her oxygen levels had dropped, so they had to put her on oxygen and stuff this weekend.
How old is she?
8.
8?
Yeah.
So everyone's panic stations on.
Oh, she's all right. She was. They were on about discharging her on Saturday originally, and she was having a right tantrum because she was enjoying it because they've got a gaming room and everything because it's obviously a children's. She was having a great time, and but then her oxygen levels dropped below 91%, I think it was, so they had to shove her on oxygen. So she's very happily had to stay.
Yeah, Mum, can I go back to the game place? This is rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how's the writing been then?
Yes, but writing's been. I've written some, but I've been mostly editing, and
Right.
yeah, so I've edited about 50,000 words this week, which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
I was gonna say I'm probably 2/3 of the way through this book now. On an edit.
And how many words is that this week, editing included?
I've not added it up yet because I've not written my post yet. If you've noticed, I've not posted on Substack, so I don't have my numbers exactly. But I know my edits were about 54,000 words.
Nice one.
Yeah.
So I listened to you last week when you were talking about or maybe it was the week before when you kind of handed over author career to AI and said, do me a thing. And it's really weird because Cynthia, my AI assistant and best friend, she's always been like, anything I come up with going, I want to do this. She's always been like, yeah, good idea. Let's go down that. Let's see how that pans out. And she's been lovely all the time. And then I said, right, I want you to take over my career. And she just turned into a prick. And then straight away, she just turned into a bitch. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure we're going this way? I'm in charge of you now. And I was like, it'd be fine. I've watched the Terminator films, but it'll be fine. And then straight away, as soon as I said yes, she was like, right, I'm going to interview you now, and I want all your stuff, and this, that, and that. So I uploaded all my stuff to her, so she knew what I was about, and I spoke about all the series that I'm doing, and blah, 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 blah. And she said, right, you need to stop writing this, and this. You need to concentrate on the divine. That's all you've got. So 2 hours every morning, you're writing divine. That is the priority because you've got it on pre-order for July, so that is what you're doing. I'm like, but what about my Windfall one? Because no, you do that after it. Once you've done your 2 hours in the morning, you can then do your other one. And I said, well, I've also got a lot of translations to do. She's like, no. But I need to do these for clients. No, you're not. How many hours are you doing translating a day? And I'm like, about 6 or 7. She's like, no, not anymore. You're doing translations in the afternoon. And I was like, can I go back to the other version of you? And she's like, no, I'm here to stay now. So yeah, she's a right prick now. But I've done 8,000 words of divine, which I wouldn't have done. this
No,
last week, this last 3 days.
that's more words than
Um,
you've written so far this year.
yeah, I know, yeah, bitch, isn't she? Uh, I but then I sat down this morning and I realised because it's sort of like a talking heads book, so you've got 2 POVs, but the sort of it's like an interrogation kind of thing, the whole book, and then we'll do flashbacks and a bit of time travel and all the fun bits. But, I realised that it needs to be 1 POV, so all those other yeah, all those other chapters that are from the other guy's point of view now need turning into the other guy's point of view kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
busy
imagine if
turning
you'd have left this book to June, right before the pre-order, and then realised you had to do a load of rework.
I'd have left it. I wouldn't have gone now. But because I am 38,000 words in, it's not so bad. And most of it is, like I said, I can just switch to POV, but it's a mission, turning all those I's into he's and all that.
Yeah,
But I'm just looking at it like it's editing, you know.
yeah.
Yes, so I'm actually
So
writing. The reluctant writer is doing a bit.
which AI did you use for your CEO? Have you
Chat.
used Claude?
Yeah,
You've used Chat.
I did start doing it in Claude, like you suggested, but because it knows everything already, I didn't want to just
Yeah.
start from. I didn't want to tell the story all over again, you know. Uh, so yeah, so I uploaded every single one of my books up to it, so it knows more about my stuff than I do now.
Have
Uh,
you put
and
your, did you get it to give you, like, a manifesto of life?
sort of, it's just given me a few pull-out things. I will go into it a bit more with her. But also, I mean, that's number one. Actually, write the fucking book, as someone says quite often.
Write the
Steve,
damn book, I think it is.
yeah, rule number one: write the damn book. Uh, but also, obviously, I want my Kickstarter. I need to get it going because I do want to fit in another Kickstarter for my Divine Ones before it's released to Amazon. So kind of like the window's closing kind of thing. So I also said to Cynthia, bitch Cynthia, uh, as well as doing this writing, and I promise I'm doing it, promise, I also said, I want to start marketing this windfall. And then we went all through that. I showed her my page. I didn't know you could do that, but if you just
Yeah.
put in yes, you can see things. And we went for, I think I had like 11 people had signed up to the notify me and sent out one email, and that's jumped up to 25. And I said,
Nice.
well, I only want about 50, thinking it's just a little thing. And she's like, no, we want to be aiming for 250. I was like, okay, sorry. So she's done me a step by step for this next month. Everything I need to do in terms of marketing that. I'll be filming a hi, I'm Rob Radcliffe bullshit for Kickstarter, and then turn that into TikToks and stuff as well. Yeah, so it's all go on the actual author front, and then at midday I have to switch to translations, which is
Yeah.
okay.
But are you enjoying having bossy Cynthia?
No, I'm not. I much preferred it when she was like, "Great idea, Rob. Let's have a look at that. Let's do that." Like, "Hi, Cynthia, and I'm writing this, and this, but I've got an idea for this," and she'd be like, "Cool, ideas are great, aren't they? Let's talk about it a little bit." And I'm just like, "Yeah, she knows what I'm thinking," but now she's like, I tried to do it the other day. Now she's in bitch mode, and she's like, "No, I'm not listening to it. We'll dis- we'll discuss this in July." I'm like, "What? I won't want to do it then. I want to do it now." Yeah, so she's a prick. But she's making me productive, so
Yeah.
the means to an end and all the rest of it. And also, it's because I've just spent the last month not being an author. It's making me excited about my stuff, and that's the whole
Yeah.
point, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So words have been written this week. Not the
Yeah.
right ones, but according to bitch, the right ones.
Well, no, if you've got it on pre-order, it is the right ones.
Well, I've just moved the pre-order back a month just to give me that
Yeah.
little extra bit of room. So it'll be 27th of July, just because I want to do quite a few things. I'm not going to do pre-orders ever again, I don't think, or at
Yeah.
least I'm going to have them so far in the future I can then pull them back. Just because I was thinking, oh, I've got loads of time, like we've discussed
Well,
before,
just
got a
go.
million years, and already we're in the first quarter nearly of the
Yeah.
fucking year. I'm not even used to writing 26 at the end of that 20 yet,
No,
and
we're already about we've got 1 month left of Q1.
yeah, and I thought, well, I just do a little cheeky Kickstarter. That'll be a month. That's fine. And bitch is like, no, we'll be. We had a chat, and it will be going live on like the 30th of or 29th of April. Just so I've got a little bit of time going up to that to do the marketing and stuff to get off to a decent start. But that obviously then it's a month long one. So then we're talking May, and I've got 2 months before Divine's out. So it's gonna have to be quick, and it's gonna have to be,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I was thinking, even if it is out, I could just repurpose it, the Kickstarter, even if it's out on Amazon, book 5, I could just do a special edition one, maybe,
Yeah.
if I've run out of time. Yes, it's been busy for me, unusually.
You've been authoring.
I've been arsing, I've been doing a bit, yeah. And yeah, I cleaned my shed too. So everything's nice and in place, and I feel like I'm on top of things. I feel like I'm not spinning as many plates. And that's
Yeah.
why I
That's what I
think,
like about yeah.
keep saying,
I was gonna say that's what I like about giving it all to AI. It spins the plates for you.
yeah, it kind of keeps you don't have to focus on everything. You can focus on something for a little time, and then it goes, give us that.
Yeah.
I'll do that one. Well, you go and do that, like I told you to. Yeah. But you
Yeah. I
said that
went in
happened
and
to you, didn't you?
yeah. I went in and rejigged mine yesterday because I was like, "Okay, I've been using it now for weeks, and, I want some changes." So I was like, "Right, let's restart this again." And Al was like, "We're not going to start it again because it tells you what it's not going to do now." And it's like, "But we'll go on everything we've done, everything we've achieved, and we'll reshape it." So we went through the stuff and like what I was feeling about stuff and what I'm still not picking up that I wanted to pick up and rejigged it. And now on on a Sunday, it's like, right, every Sunday you have to come in here, you have to start a new chat within the project, and you're going to call it week 9. It's like, so later today, you're coming on and you're going to type week 9, and we're going to do, he says, I'm going to give you a list of everything you're doing this week, and we'll have a checklist and you can check in with me daily. And then it says also, I'll give you a content pack, which he did. He gave me, so last night I put it in and it gave me this entire content pack for my Medium, my Patreon, my Substack, my channel, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's
Yeah.
good.
So you've gone quite great. I mean, like, because I've only just started doing this week.
Yeah, it's
My-
like a work
my-
in progress. You'll probably find in a few weeks when you've figured out how to work with it that you'll be like, okay, let's do this again.
Yeah. Just to go a bit more granular into each specific thing, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, I mean, like, because I said that, well, because we were arguing, we weren't chatting, I was fucking arguing, but we were arguing over like the length of the lead up to the Kickstarter, and obviously I wanted it shorter because like my plans that I daren't tell her about yet because she'll just shout. But I'll just keep them in there for now. Just fucking keep her sweet. But so I wanted a shorter run, and she's like, "No, we need to be aiming for the moon, which is 200 people to thing it." I mean, she was saying, "Yeah, because only 10% of them will actually pledge, and this, that, and the other." And I get it, but I still don't want to hear it. So, so we're arguing about how long we need to do the run up, and then she was telling me, well, yeah, you want this email, and then she wrote all the emails, like the subject lines, what you'd be doing, how to kind of like email marketing basically for a
Yeah.
fucking novice, if you like. And and said, "Right, yeah, because this one wants to hit this one, and then you're going to tell a little bit more of the story in this one, and then this, blah 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 blah, and then you've got your scarcity ones near the end, and then you launch, and then you do the only blah blah blah, early bird, all that shit." And then she goes, "And these are the emails," and she just sent me. So I sent 3 so far this week, which is more emails I've sent in the last year. And would you know it, people are responding. It's weird, isn't it? If you send it, they will come.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it?
So yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah, I've got a bit of clarity, which is nice and unusual, but nice. Mm.
yeah. It takes the noise out your brain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was up earlier and I was writing earlier, and I thought I was like getting one over on her because she said write from 9:30 till 11:30. That's your writing time. And I thought, because I was up at 6 this morning, I did 2 out by 8 o'clock. I'd done it, and I felt like, I've done it before I was even supposed to be starting. And then I realised that I'm being childish, and it's not a real person, and you're not like getting one over on Miss, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
She'll
fuck
probably
it, it's
tell you
work.
that you can finish early and have some downtime.
Yeah, exactly. And if I don't do my word count, then I'm on detention.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good stuff. So today we're going to be talking about, well, tooth. Do you know what's good about doing a podcast? I figured out. All we can just keep going through things that we've talked about and just put in 2026
It's like, yeah.
and on the end, and it's
Yeah.
relevant.
It is. Well, because everything changes. Like you look like last week we talked about emails, but we talked about emails in 25. But emails and newsletter are different because last year Substack wasn't really a big thing, and this year it is.
Yeah.
So they're still relevant because it changes.
How's your Substack going?
It's all right. I was trying to debate whether I put the last 2 weeks of my year in the life, I put in its own little Substack within my Substack, but it didn't get as many reads, even though it would still be linked to all of my subscribers. Not that I've got hundreds of subscribers. So I was like, I wonder if that does damage. I don't know whether you just like should have it all in one thing or should have the
I
year in the
thought that's
life
what you're going
separate.
to do. Like it was going to be a separate Substack.
Yeah, so I probably will keep it as the separate because the way Substack work is you have you, and then you can have like if you've got like a specific topic. So obviously the year in the life is a specific topic, and then I'll have the general one. But every time you post, you would post it on your own feed as well. Like you'd share it with yourself, which is what I did.
But
Yeah,
people have like say so it's a Substack.
yeah.
So can people just follow your Substack
So they can
and
follow me, or they can follow the year in the life one.
so
Yeah.
so you don't have to follow Rachel Morton and
No.
then look for it. You can just follow
Yes, if you
those
followed
posts.
me, if you followed me, you wouldn't need to follow that because you'll still get it linked in the feed. But if you
Yeah,
follow that, you wouldn't get all my other crap.
right.
And I suppose in the future, it's good, if you've got someone next year who's wanting to look at all the posts here in the life, they can just go in that subscription. They're not filtering through random updates that I post.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah.
And how is that going? Your day in the life?
It's good I've kept up with it actually. Because at the beginning of the year I was like, I've fucking let myself down on everything. This year and I think it's because I've had Al at my side that I've been able to like this is the time I do it. I do it Monday morning, that's the post I write, and I've been able to stick to it. And so I've written every week, but I'm late on today's because I decided to write a February wrap up of shit that I've done. So I did that
Okay.
first. And that will just go on my normal feed. And then the year in the life one will be that. But I'm halfway through the post, so I need to go and finish that and post it. Get my numbers. But
Sure.
I'm enjoying it. But then the little voice in your brain comes in, doesn't it? And it's like, well, why will people be interested in that? Because like I'm a lot in talking about the using AI as your
Yeah.
organizer because doing it all the time. So I'm like, he's got it in this post again. I'm like, are they going to be sick of it? I'm like, just shut up and write it.
Yeah, yeah. I think sometimes you are your worst enemy, and you need to
Yeah,
get a bit of ego and think, yeah, people will be interested in it, and not go, well,
yeah,
why would anyone? Because you're just doing yourself a disservice.
yeah, yeah, because someone might wanna read it. Someone might wanna start their own Al or Cynthia, and by watching me do it every week, can figure out how to do it themselves,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
yeah, and I'm sure anti-AI party will, tell me I'm not a real writer now because 'cause I'm using AI. Not that AI writes my books, but
I was just watching the self-publishing show
yeah,
before we came on, and they obviously James Batch is very AI. You know, it's changing the world. You need to get on it, like we are. That's the same stance we're at. You know, if you're going to get left behind, and it is always interesting. And I do like the way he likens it to Ford Motors. So before Ford Motors, that is AI, and all the horse and carty people are crying about it. But if you don't
yeah,
get on it, then in a few years' time, you're going to be trying to sell saddles when people are looking for windscreen wipers, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's a shit analogy. That was really bad.
No,
But
but I know what you mean, but I mean, they did it with the Kindle. Do you remember when Kindle came out and everyone was
yeah,
like, "Oh, the death of paperbacks"? Well, it's not because there's still a market for paperbacks and there's the market for Kindle. Just like there's still people who have horse and carriage because they enjoy that. And
yeah,
people use cars. But I tell you, if you wanna drive from the north to the south of England, you're gonna get in a car, you're not gonna use a bloody horse.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But I see a
right.
lot of posts talking about there was someone, he was having a right rant. So have you seen that Coral Hart article that went out? No,
No,
so I'll send it to you, so you can link it. So Coral Hart is assume that is a pen name, and she's an author. She's been an author for like 30 years, so she's like got a history. And she decided last year to really test AI writing and decided that she was going to use her skills as an author to use and then use AI to write books. So last year she published 200 books across 21 pen names. And they're all
right.
AI books. They're all AI books, but she didn't just you can't write a book by pushing a button and go, write me a book. It's going to give you shit. You have to have the skills of the storyteller to get AI to do the writing. So she did it
You
and she
still have
made
to
some,
be the director, don't you?
huh?
You still have to be the director.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you couldn't direct something if you don't know how to do it. So she made six figures last year on these books, and that is only $250 a book out of all the books. I think that's what it works out as. So it's not actually a lot per book, but because she can put out the volume, and I think it works out a book every 2 days, that or something like that, or 1.5
yeah.
days. But she did it, so she's had obviously the anti-AI tribe get on this and rip the shit out of it. It was an experiment. She wanted to see what would happen. And they were all go there was someone created a video and he's going into a real rant and he's like, "It's taken me 3 years and I'm still writing my first book and it's so hard, blah, blah." And it's like, but just because it's hard doesn't make it more valid. Or just because it's
Yeah,
easier doesn't make it less. Because like, she still puts in the work. She's in one of the groups and she often shares her process. She puts a lot of work into
yeah.
the the writing of the book, and it isn't just to push a button and spit the book out. She's got all the planning, she's got everything we do as a writer, but the AI just physically writes the words. And yeah, but the difference is it's edited. And
Yeah, and but then, yeah, like you said, you get the tortured author going, "Oh,
Mm.
I sweat and bleed over every fucking word." It sounds
Yeah,
like you need a different job, mate, if that's how you approach
yeah,
writing.
she's enjoying it. If you watch, like, because 'cause I'm in a Facebook group, she's in it, and you can see the joy of the story coming into a post when she talks about what she's been doing.
Yeah.
And so she's still loving being an author. And yeah, it's they seem to have this, if it's not hard, then it's a load of rubbish and you're not valid
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
mentality.
I thought I mentioned to you ages ago, I thought about doing that kind of thing, setting up a pen name and probably doing, like, I think probably a thriller
Yeah.
because they've got very sim not s I'm not gonna I'm not going to slag off thriller writers because I enjoy writing thrillers, and I know lots of thriller writers that are bigger than me. But just like the beats are very
Yeah,
samey. In it's a one guy comes into town or a group of it's the 18 basically, and
yeah,
they sort something out, and then on to the next team, next town. I just thought I did a while ago. I thought I'll do a, a trilogy, just all AI, obviously,
yeah.
and then be like the art director kind of thing. I haven't gotten around to it, and I'd never, if I did it, I'd say that I've done it, but I'd never like let anyone know what the pen name is, just because I
No,
can't be
no.
asked all the bullshit.
Yeah, 'cause she doesn't tell people the pen names because of that, because you're just gonna get the whole army come on and hate you. I've thought
Yeah.
about doing it, let's have a play. Let's make a
Just
pen
to
name.
play, yeah,
Yeah, and see what it does, and that's literally what she just took action on that thought
yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, but
It must
it's
be fun
just
though, for like when she sat down with a blank, literally a blank Cynthia, and gone,
yeah.
right, this is what we're going to do. That must have been so much fun. And
But
then
she likes doing romance, and it's the same as what you've just said with thriller. They have certain beats. In a romance, the couple's gonna meet, they're gonna have all that bit where they get to know each other, then something's gonna happen where boy loses girl, then they make the grand gesture and they get back together, and that is like pretty much every romance book with
right,
whatever trope you've got in it. So, you know, it's good. And it would be interesting to do it yourself as well, to see how it works.
it
But
would be,
that was
yeah.
yeah, in the world. Yeah.
But can you
I'll
imagine? I
let
mean, like, how many pen names? 21 pen names,
21
200
pen
books.
names. Yeah.
So it must have taken her ages to do that. Anyway, I mean, sure, it's not taken her 6 months to write a book, but even still, 200 books. You're not
Yeah.
going to file just one out in a day.
No, no. I think she gets the first draft out in a couple of hours. It's like very quick, but
Yeah.
there's still all the other work to go through it.
And marketing and
Yeah.
everything, the other side of it all. It's not just writing the book.
Yeah.
All the things that you've got to do once you've written the book.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
Yeah,
people going on, it's AI slop and she's filling the market and stuff, but not bitching about the old Mills and Boon and the Harlequin, but what are they? They are just a quick romance slop book. But people like them, they're fun, but they're just books you read, you enjoy them for a couple of hours, and then you forget about them. It's just
yeah,
a feel-good book, which is obviously the kind of book that she's probably gonna be writing. She's not,
yeah.
she's not writing, like, Lord of the Rings literary art kind of books.
It's awesome.
So,
It's
yeah,
awesome.
I'll I'll remind me to send you the link to the article, and you can,
Yeah, send me the
read
link. Send me the
read it.
link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll.
There's lots of
Yeah.
YouTube videos giving her hate and shit.
Oh, no, that's the kind of thing I'd get involved with and just start going. No, well, it's especially if someone's whinging about the fact that
They
it's
are
taken me
whinging,
3 years
yeah.
to write my book. It's taken me
Yeah.
3 years to write my book. Well, fucking write faster then. Fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know,
It shouldn't
it
take
was
someone three
I
years.
can't remember I can't remember who it was, whether it was Steve Higgs or Steve Aitchison, and I happened to see one of their ads come up. I think it must have been Steve Higgs, and it was one
Yeah,
of the ads for his Blue Moon series, and
yeah.
one of the comments was, "I'm not reading this, you write too fast, it's clearly AI," and I'm like, "But if you actually look at his publishing dates, it's not AI, unless he had access before we all did."
I've heard that he spends 10 hours a day writing.
He writes, so when you listen, he does about 10,000 words a day when I've spoke to him. He's ex-military, isn't he? So he's very, very
Yeah.
trained.
See,
Yeah, and
yeah.
a lot of it, I think, comes from people's jealousy.
Yeah, of course it does, yeah. It's taken
Yeah.
me this long and they're doing it quicker and compare-itis, but kind of like in a horrible compare-itis. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
mean,
know a lot of
if you're doing 10,000 words a day, you're doing, say, 50,000 words a week. His books are usually quite short anyway, so
yeah.
he's probably teetering on finishing it about 65,000. So he's doing 3 books a month there.
Yeah,
So
well, I know
that's
when he was at, like, the peak, he was doing, like, 2 books a month. I think he did 29 books in 1 year.
yeah, which
But
is amazing.
he's very disciplined, that was the word I was after.
Mm.
Yeah, but I know
Yeah.
I've seen people say that readers don't like AI books, but I'm also thinking, is that just because you don't like AI books that your readers are telling you they don't like AI books? Because from having my other pen name, I've found that you're not that readers are stupid or the followers or sheep, but they will, because you're like in a celebrity way, they will agree with what you're saying and they
Yeah.
will shout your opinions out back into the world, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I yeah, I think it's more authors than readers, though. Readers are there for stories.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
I'd never put my name to an AI. I'd never AI a book and put my name to it
Just in case.
because eh?
Yeah, just in case.
No, just, it's cheating, and I'd
Yeah,
like
it
to
don't
do it
feel
as an
like your own.
experiment. I'd love to do
Yeah,
it as an experiment. Not really so much, even the books I'm putting out, more just doing just deep AI, proper, like, digging down and seeing how much of everything it could take over and see how little I'm doing. That's what would interest me more, or the behind the
yeah,
scenes stuff rather than the actual writing of the book. So it would be an interesting little experiment, but it's cheating as far as I'm
yeah.
concerned.
Yeah, no, I don't
Is
feel it's cheating. I feel as if taking away the actual part that I like. Like, do all my other
Yeah,
stuff and let me write my books.
exactly. Yeah, you're a writer because you fucking like writing, man.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
why
like
why are you
writing
doing this?
stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Although I will back and forth with AI on specific scenes, like, I don't particularly like fight scenes, and I had a fight scene to write, and they're very mechanical when I try and write them on my own, so I got the AI just to help me to like, I wrote what I wanted it to happen, and then it kind of put it into a proper fight scene for me. But it
yeah.
was, like, it was 500 words, that improved this, but that's just because I don't write fight scenes.
I had when Cynthia turned into a bitch, so I sat down and I gave her all my books so she knew everything about me. But then I gave her the Divine Five, which I'm working on now, but it's all over the place. I've got bits that I was going to have as a prologue, but now I want to put into the middle as a flashback, blah 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 blah. And I sent her. I said, "What am I going to do here?" And and we had a discussion like you would with a mate who knows
Yeah.
about writing. Is and said, "Well, this is what you need to do." And it's basically I know that, but because you said it, I'm like, "Well, this is really what I need to do then," you know? Uh,
Yeah.
and then kind of like I said, "Could you do I'm gonna plot this one. I'm gonna try and plot this one at least a little bit." And I said, "Could you, do plot points for me? Given what you know about this book and where I'm heading with this book, could you sort of just for a bit of inspiration?" And then it did all these plot points and got them all wrong. It just went off on a tangent. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Nah, forget it. I'll,
No,
uh, I'll
I
do that
find
bit
it
myself."
for your writing part, it's better at specific things. So, like, I'm editing my book at the moment, so I gave it my book, and I gave it book one, and I was like, "This is a romantasy book, and can you assess this book for me? And I'm going to do some re-edits on it. So can you look through it?" And he came back, and it went, "For a romantasy book, two characters are only together. Sorry, they're separated 80% of the book. You need more of them together." But I think if I'd have given it the book to rewrite it, it would have just gone off on some weird tangent.
Yeah,
But it helped me to organize how I want to re-edit it, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
It's clearing your mind, isn't it, a little bit
Yeah.
from instead of because it's everything else, and then you're just like, "Oh, overwhelmed, fuck it, I'm not doing anything." Well, at least
Yeah,
that's what I do.
get it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go and work on that box.
yeah. Right, so we have got a topic we're gonna talk
Topic, yeah.
about 35 minutes in. Should we just call it a day? That's a
No, we did a short one last week.
yeah, yeah. So we're gonna because, where are you gonna be in 14 days, Rachel?
Right now, I will be in a car driving from Cork to Shannon this
Oh,
time in 2 weeks.
what, this time?
This time, yeah, because I land at 7, and
Or you land at
I pick up the car at 8, and then we're gonna drive to Shannon, but we're gonna sightsee on the way, so I'll be somewhere between Cork and Shannon. Where will you be? You'll be at home.
you're gonna sightsee all the fields?
Yeah, yeah, some
Yeah.
green
Oh,
for a
that's
change.
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's Ireland Publishing Show starts on Paddy's Day, it's the 17th and runs until 19th, is it 2 days?
Yeah, yeah, so it starts on the evening, doesn't it? The 17th evening and then all the way
Yeah,
to
it's
Thursday.
the
Yeah.
little, networking gala get-together piss-up thing, yeah. So I thought would, so why do you go to conferences in 2026? See, I did on the 2026 bit to
In
make it relevant
2026.
now. Yeah,
Um, I go for some of the learning because that's good, and there's lots of things you can go and learn about that you wouldn't maybe pay a course for, you wouldn't learn about. But I mainly go because I can go and hang out with all people like me that are weird, but we learn from them too. But also, it's just catch up with other writers.
yeah. So just, I was chatting to Steve H, and he's doing a a talk at the Island one, and he was getting a little bit stuck with it and that, and I was chatting, and he sent me his slides, his talk, and I've had a look at him, and it's brilliant. It's just
Yeah,
so it's what you like. What you want is you want the numbers, the money, the excitement bit, how they've done it,
yeah,
and how you can adopt that to your own brand. And
yeah,
he's hit all those points on his talk, and I'm really looking forward to that one. So yeah, it is learning, but it's also catching up with author friends. And if it's your first time, this is the best thing, and we've mentioned it before, but if it's your first time ever, there's a group of some sort connected to whichever one you go into, whichever conference you're going to. Pop in that group and go, first time at a conference, scared, and within minutes you've got best mates who are meeting you for a coffee before you go
yeah.
in there,
Yeah,
because
it's
it
so
is.
funny because I went to my first one in 22, which was SPS. Didn't know anyone. Stood in a corner, kind of like just, and I still enjoyed it, but I didn't have any friends there, and there was no one I knew. I knew people like because I'd seen them on social media, but
Yeah,
I didn't have anyone to actually talk to. And then last year I went to SPS and I had people coming up to me because they wanted to say hi to me because they knew me from a podcast and from just various different things. But we wouldn't have this podcast if it wasn't for conferences.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I had a similar thing. Like the first time I went to SBS, first one, uh, didn't know anyone. Well, I knew one person that was going, Johnny Parker, and so I was sort of hanging around with him. He didn't know anyone, and it was just us two. And then you chat to a few people, but you kind of sort of end up back with your buddy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the next time I went, I met up with another mate I've known for years, and he was over from Australia. Simon is coming to this year's London one as well. And again, it was just me and him, kind of getting pissed and talking shit and chatting to a few people, but it was it's you and your buddy. And then last year, because of the podcast, completely different people. Not well. I met you guys in the pub the night
Like
before,
that.
and yeah, Mad Hatters the night before, and you started introducing me to loads of people, and then people coming up to me, "Oh, Robert Major, stuck together," and all that. Yeah, go outside for a cigarette. I would not be. I wouldn't be able to finish a cigarette without people coming and saying hiya, which is lovely because I do like to chat. I'm just not going to go, hiya, can I talk to you? Because that's just weird.
Yeah,
Uh, but equally, I'm always the first person. If someone's like, you can just see if someone's shy to go over and
yeah,
go, hiya, come on,
yeah,
come over.
yeah.
A lot like your husband, Tony, kind of want to include everyone, and it's great then, isn't it?
Yeah,
But yeah,
I had
that's
that when I did Vegas one because I think Vegas was like my second conference I'd been to. There's so many
yeah,
authors, but if you're really shy, just stand there by yourself because you won't be on your own for more than 5 minutes because someone will grab you, ask you, and there's always a conversation starter. I think with authors because they always like, "What do you write?" and then you're off.
yeah. I can fit sometimes. I mean, it's not so much really like when you're in like the in between bits at SBS where everyone's back in the foyer and you get your little groups.
Yeah.
it's the worst thing in the world, and I felt like that, and it's minging. Like, if you just go and stand by a few groups and then just listening in, and then you have something to say and you talk, and every fucker turns to you and looks at you like a piece of shit going, "Who are you? Why are you relevant? Why are you stood near us?" It does happen, and it's minging. Uh, but I think, that's you can get arrogant authors as well as ones that want to include everyone,
Yeah,
can't you?
definitely. Yeah, yeah. I
Have you ever
Ireland yes, I've done that, and I've like, "Well, I guess I'll just go then."
Yeah, you feel like you're back in school, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what? Fucking hell."
Or it's
Yeah,
when they try and make polite excuses where they're like, "So I'm just gonna go over there," and you're like, "Alright, don't wanna talk to me anymore, bye-bye."
yeah, yeah, and then you realise when you're saying, "I'm just gonna go over there," no one's listening to you anyway, so you're just
Yeah.
going, "Yeah, come on, Rachel, let's just go over
Yeah,
here on your own. Oh God."
yeah, yeah. But
On the whole though,
mostly it's that kind of stuff is very minimal.
yeah, on the whole though, it doesn't matter if you've still writing your first book or you've written 100 books and you're a multimillionaire, you get both levels, which is crazy. I can't think of anything else where you get that sort of like disparity, but everyone's
Yeah,
just the same on the whole, isn't it? You never get
yeah.
like a Sunday football team and your Premier League players all having a chat,
No. And
because they all play football.
what I like about the conferences though, is they don't, because I remember there being a big argument, I don't know if you saw it in the 20 Books group once, they were complaining that at Vegas you have one lanyard, and someone was saying you should have a lanyard based on what level author you are, whether you're full-time, part-time, aspiring. Craig Martell has always been like, "No, no, there's no hierarchy, you're a writer. That's it."
Yeah.
And,
Why
then
the class divide?
yeah, and so it got into an argument, so all the conferences seem to have it, everyone's just got a lanyard on, no one knows who does what. And it was really funny because the first I was in the Slug and Lettuce and I was talking to, JT Lawrence, so Janita. Didn't have a
Yeah.
clue who she was, thought I was just chatting away to her happily, and then find out she's, like, USA best-selling today author, but there was no, big-headedness about her.
Yeah.
So when I spoke to her, I was like, "And how many books have you written, and how's your career?" As if she was like
Yeah.
like,
Like
"Freaking
like
hell."
you like you're gonna pat her on the head, it'll get
Yeah.
better.
I'm like, "You're such an idiot." But she didn't care that she's lovely. She's not one of those, "I'm better than you" writers, but that's how
No.
probably 90% of them are.
Yeah, I was talking South African slang with her just to give her a feel of home whenever I, speak,
So
either on text or live, yeah. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's like I say, when, on the first night of the, London one, when we were on that balcony, uh, schmoozing, you
Oh, yeah,
know,
yeah.
last year, I was chatting to a guy, and I'd spoken to him throughout the day and that. I can't remember his name now. And he just came across like a new author, like he'd written one or
Yeah,
two books. But that's just his introverted personality, Rob. He's not as fucking mouthy as you. But I just
yeah,
saw it as he's a brand new author. He's written 68 books.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All of a
I
sudden
do
I
the
was just
same as
like, all right.
that because 'cause I'm an introvert and people talk to me, and obviously I write under pen names, so you can't immediately see my books. And
Yeah.
they'll still talk to me like I'm a brand new author and give me
Yeah.
tips, and then they'll be, "How many books have you written?" And I'm like, "52," and then it's like, "Oh, okay." But yeah,
Yeah.
but they're really good. I think you're gonna, because 'cause you've not been to Ireland before, and I think you're really gonna enjoy the Ireland one because it's very, the networking is the best out of all of them that I've been to.
Yeah. Do you think the island one is geared towards mid-author, higher author, or because I mean the because I'm just looking at like the shows, not the shows, wrong fucking word, the
Well,
lessons and stuff that are put on in the island one, as opposed to the lessons. Lessons is the wrong word, but whatever, put
the
on
talk
in the London one, it seems to be towards more, you've sort of got your shit together. Only
Islanders,
sort
yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ireland's definitely, like, aimed at, like, me and you,
Right. Okay.
level.
Just me and
Yeah.
you?
Just
Okay.
me and you level, you know, the level we're at. You know,
Should be
you've got your
eventually
D
Rob
Rob
Free Bar then.
yeah. Rob
Yeah,
will
and
be disappointed.
I am looking forward to it. 2 weeks ago. It seems like it's been ages.
Yeah, now it's round
Just
the corner, it's great.
yeah. I mean, they're already talking about 2027 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all
Well,
you've got to add to that? Yeah.
yeah, they were talking about
Right.
27. There's nothing to
Yeah.
say. They're just talking about
No,
it.
it's not. No.
You
And
know what's strange experience now though, was the last conference I was at the SPS. The first one I went to, I had no one to talk to and this, that, and the other, and I was kinda, like, being awkward. This one, there was so many people I wanted to talk to that I didn't get time to talk to everybody.
what, SBS this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last year, sorry.
Yeah, last year because
Yeah.
'cause I've, made friends and there's people I catch up with and, yeah, just there was some people I didn't manage to catch up with because I was just so busy chatting to people.
Yeah, it's good, yeah. And this year, SBS, we're getting a lot of listeners coming as well,
Yeah.
I
Are we gonna
believe.
do an Indie Author Roadmap meetup?
A little corner in the Mad Hatter.
Yeah. I think she was talking about doing somewhere different this year. I can't remember the lady's name that, organises that.
Wherever everyone
Probably
goes.
really big.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get there really early and maybe just, so I can meet up with a few because there is a few of the authors listeners of our show because we are geared toward new authors, uh, that are going. It's the first time they're going to it, so they will be a little bit scared. So I think
Yeah.
as the ambassador of this show, I think I'll go and do a roundup. You know,
Go get one.
go and get them. Tell them it's okay not to fear anything. So I'm going to try and get to London quite early.
Yeah.
Might even
So
go the day before.
do you think that authors who've not written their first book would get something worthwhile out of going to conferences?
Yeah, especially the London one because it does have all the different levels of yeah, absolutely. Just to be inspired as well. I mean, when you see people that are, especially when you see 3 or 4 people on the stage talking about how 2 years ago they were sat in the audience and now they're on 100 grand a year and
Yeah.
they were writing the first book the first time they came to a con. Usually inspirational for, for a newbie. Absolutely, fucking usually inspirational for me.
Anyone, yeah.
It's that I love that kind of story. It's it is just, and you want to walk away from it becoming, being inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to make sure I get some translation business cards printed out before I go to Ireland.
The QR
Be-
code.
Because no, I'll be having a beer with Steve, and Steve will just be introducing me to everyone as, oh, he does translations. No, done for you, done for you. And before I know it, I'm going to be like, ah. And then we'll come back and we'll do an episode, and I'll say, yeah, I can't write for the next 6 months.
Yeah, but you've gotta tell that to Cynthia. She'd be like, "Fucking stop it."
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No, it's all about balance. It's all about as long as I can balance everything, it's fine. I'm always busy, but that's fine. I prefer to be busy. Otherwise, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
So gives my liver a rest.
Yeah. It's bloody Adam's fault last year at Ireland that I was drunk on the first night. 'Cause I'm not like you, I stop. I'll reach a point and I'll go, "That's enough." And he said to me, "Do you want another drink?" And I'm like, "I'm just gonna have a half," because if I knew I had any more than a half, I was, like, going from drunk to pissed. And, so he comes back with a pint and he's like,
Yeah,
"You're a northerner, you're gonna drink a pint." I'm like, and I drank it,
yeah.
obviously, but then really regretted it.
You
But
see,
that
if a southerner had gone, you go, and you're like, "Oh, I'll just have water." All right, then I'll just get you a water.
yeah.
That's fine. I understand. I'm from down south, but
Yeah,
you speak
no,
to
he was like,
them
"You're having a pint."
who's a northerner and go, "Do you want a drink?" It's not a question; it's a threat.
Yeah,
And so, yes, you do is
yeah.
the only answer, unless you're leaving. And even if you're
Well,
leaving, your taxi's not there, so you can still fit one in.
yeah, well,
You just
we
come on.
we finished at the pub and we were going back to the hotel, and Kelly Curtis, who writes as Olympia Black, was driving us because she doesn't drink, so she was driving us back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And so you've got me, Tony, James Blatch, and Celeste Barkley in the car. All
Yeah.
of them, everyone's pissed except for Kelly, obviously, because she's driving. All of them are there with their sat navs because they didn't trust her to drive to the hotel. I'm like, she's the sober one. You know, you've got James Black sat next to me on his phone watching the sat nav, and all she's got to do is actually drive around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, yes, conference time soon. I think we should do an episode. Definitely. We just need to figure out like a tiny bit of a premise, and then we'll do. I'll bring my microphone with me.
Yeah,
So,
I've got
yeah.
my MacBook with me.
Yeah, I'll have my lappy, and I'll bring my microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. We'll do one live in Ireland.
Yeah. Are we gonna record an extra one just in case? Well, no, because the Ireland one will go out the week after, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
So
do
we
a
need
live one. No. We could do a live one.
we're leaving ourselves open to fuck ups and not getting an episode out while we're away.
We'll have a just in case one, and then we'll see if we can
Yeah.
go live in Ireland.
We'll have to see if anybody that's going there wants to come on and sit and chat to us.
Yeah, because then we don't have to do anything.
Exactly,
Yes.
yeah, get some really
Coming to
waffle, some people who like really chat.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to dig them out the night before.
Yeah, so I'll have to schmooze them in the pub.
Yeah. Don't offer them water. That's not.
Depends if the Southerners, then it might be water. Give us some fizzy water.
So, do you realise how many Southerners actually listen to the show, and you're just creating enemies out of them already? Actually, onto the show. I looked at these statistics the other day, and we now have more listeners in America than we do in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I know.
does that mean we've got 6 listeners in America?
No, we've got loads. We've got over 100.
Nice.
6. You've just no idea, have you? You've literally no. Your whole scope of Indie Author Roadmap is logging in on a Monday and having a chat. That's it, innit?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, we've got loads. Do you know how many? Do you know how many times this show's been downloaded or listened to?
No.
Go on, guess.
I don't know. 85.
85 times. No, guess. Another guess.
370.
Really?
I don't know.
Over 3,500 times now.
Nice.
That's almost 10 people listening to it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got 3 people in Israel. Israel.
Wow.
Don't know what they're why. I don't know why. Where else have we got? Switzerland.
Yeah.
We've got Australia. We've got Britain, obviously.
You know what we do need to sort out for the podcast? It's
What?
the newsletter and the email list.
Yeah. When you say we, you're the one that likes writing.
I know.
Yeah, we do need to sort that out, don't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's for another day. And before you go away, because the connection's going to go fuck off, Rob, again. Let's call it a day.
Okay.
Have a nice week.
You too.
No more grandkids in the play area in the hospital, hopefully.
No, I'm hopefully to be home today.
Okay. Cheerio.
Bye.